from the point of the structure, function, and how can I relate to it, how can I train it, how can I affect it exactly as I want to. I look at the body as a biosystem, as a combination of plants and animals. So, what does the plants do? The plants affects how much energy is this whole biosystem capable to create. And also, the plants affects how many animals you will be able to feed. Also, the plants affects how healthy and strong will the animals be. So how can we care for our plants? The plants need environment. For plants to thrive, we need to focus on creating the perfect environment. What does it mean? Plants need air, water, and food. Of course, light. So, it boils up that everything that goes to caring about the plants spins around what we eat, what we drink, what and how we breathe, and how we are aligned with the light cycles. How much light do we get? This all affects the health, the strength, the potency of your plants. And those plants are creating energy. What does the animals do in our body? Animals are source of our power, of our skills, emotions, because one way of getting like big chunk of energy in instance, you need to create strong emotion. Stronger the emotion, more energy the animal can take. More energy they have, more powerful they become. This is your power. Also, the animals are your offense as well as defense. Alright, how we care about the animals. With animals, it's very important how we train them. Everything what we teach our animals will become that will be programs for our autopilot. In other words, like every time we do things without thinking, the animals run on autopilot and they do what they was trained to do. Alright? So, how does it work? Who and how trained our animals? For most of us, the highest influence got our parents. Because how you train your dog? You keep telling him the same thing over and over again until he gets it. You are giving him a treat, or in the worst way, you are beating him, right? That's what the parents do. They keep telling us the same thing over and over again until our animals will get trained. And these programs will become our autopilot. Can you see the struggle now? When your animals are trained by your parents, so your autopilot is running based on your parents' commands. In other words, when you are not in the present moment, when your mind is somewhere else, when you are thinking about something else other than what you are doing, then you are running on autopilot. And in this moment, you are unconsciously doing what your parents teach you to do, tell you to do. Many times it must not be what you truly want. You know, you have your own dreams, your own mind. But those animals are not connected to your dreams. They are not connected to your mind. They have been trained. They have been trained by your parents. Secondly, it's usually school. So everything we have been taught in schools becomes the programs of our autopilot. And again, usually those are not aligned with our best intentions. So every time we are not in the present moment, every time we are not doing the conscious decisions, all decisions run on autopilot could lead us to opposite directions that we actually might want, where there is our dream. So, usually it looks like that. We want to go in this direction. And every time we can make a conscious decision, that's the direction we would like to choose, right? But then comes to speech our parents. So there is mom and dad. And not always they have the same idea about what we are supposed to do. It might look like that. Mom wants us to go left, but dad wants us to go right. And then there is the school. And we have like, I don't know, 10 different teachers. And all the teacher might want us to go in different direction. And the school as a whole, they could have its own direction, like downloaded from the society. And so it is really everything and everybody we spend our time with. When repeatedly something appears in our life, the same situation again and again, it becomes a pattern. It creates a program for our autopilot. Well, now, science says that this is how 95% of our life is going like this. Because only 5% of our time we are in the present moment. Most of the time we are thinking about the past or we are thinking about the future. We might be worrying about the troubles we are going through our life. So we are not really in the present moment. And in this case, we run from the autopilot. And the autopilot sends us in all different directions. That's the problem, because we never know if we are heading towards the dream or completely in different direction. And most of the time it's not working, right? And we are not feeling like super happy. This is not working. So, how to deal with that? There are two ways. The first way is lower this percentage and higher this one, because more we stay in the present moment, more conscious decisions can we make, and from that we have the direct control. There is the least problems, right? But yet it's quite impossible to make it overnight. And it's really long and quite difficult progress to change this percentage. Meanwhile, we can work on the programs of our autopilot. So first, what we need to do? We need to decode it. What does it mean? We need to become conscious of our unconscious decisions. We need to take notice of those decisions and track them down to where they are coming from. And in this very moment, you are in the situation. Let's say my mom taught me to brush my teeth every evening and every morning. Because I have done it so many times, now I don't think about it. I run on my autopilot. So when I get up and go to the bathroom, take my toothbrush, I'm about to start cleaning my teeth. Now, this is the moment, this is the important moment. I need to realize that I'm running on the autopilot, that this action I did not really choose to do. I am doing it without thinking about it. And so I track down the source from where this idea come from. And so I remember, oh yeah, mom teach me to do it for many years, she repeated again and again till I am doing it without thinking. And in this very moment, I can revalidate, I can reevaluate this decision, this program. I read it, I decode it. So I'm now aware of what am I doing and which direction is it pushing me towards. In which direction does it send me? If does it help me to get to my dream, then we are good, right? And if I find out that it is heading in different direction, some I don't want to take part on, I now have the power to not do it. And this is it. If you realize this moment, the automatisms that you do, when you track it down to its source, reevaluate, and make the decision again from the point where you are standing now, comparing it, checking if this is in the right direction. If it is not, don't do it. Get rid of it. Second part is so reprogramming. What are the new things I want to teach my animals to do when I'm not looking, when I run on the autopilot? I want to be sure that my animals know the right direction. And so how to do it? As the parents did. Repeat it over and over again until they learn. And yeah, so these are the two ways how to take over the control in your life. You create the environment for the plants. This is the foundations. There you start. This creates energy. Without the energy, you can't do anything, right? So more energy you have, more things you are capable to do. So this is the very foundations. Most of the sickness lies in misunderstanding this part. Once you master this, you will never be sick. And then comes the fun part, the animals. And the animals you can directly affect it when you are living in the present moment. You make the decisions. And the animals listen to your bidding. So you want to be as present as possible. Train yourself to stay more and more time in the present moment. So the autopilot is not running your whole life. Take more control. And from the other side, make sure that your autopilot is riding in the right direction. Read your programs, decode it, understand where are they coming from, and make new decisions. If there are good programs, leave it be. If this is dragging you off the track, cut it down, reprogram it, make new decisions, and by repetition, by repeating the new decision over and over again, in some time you will rewrite, reprogram the old programs. And now when you are not consciously present, your autopilot is riding towards your dream anyway.